forget to like and subscribe to the social YouTube channel. Check out our website, fellowshipofjoy.ca. Tonight we are reading Genesis chapter 25. Welcome to a moment of joy.
Welcome back. I'm Pastor Doug. This is our host, Rowan Smith. Let's get into her. Abraham had taken another wife, whose name was Keturah. She bore him Zimran, Jokshan, Medan, Midian, Ishbak, and Shua. Jokshan was the father of Sheba and Dedan. The descendants of Dedan were the Asherites, the Letushites, and the Lumanites. The sons of Midian were Ephah, Epher, Hanok, Abida, and Eldah. All these were the descendants of Keturah. Abraham left everything he owned to Isaac. But while he was still living, he gave gifts to his sons, to the sons of his concubines, and sent them away from his son Isaac to the land of the east. Abraham lived 175 years. Abraham breathed his last and died at a good old age, an old man and full of years. He was gathered to his people. His sons Isaac and Ishmael buried him in the cave of Machpelah near Mamre, in the field of Ephron, son of Zohar the Hittite. The field Abraham had bought from the Hittites. There Abraham was buried with his wife Sarah. After Abraham's death, God blessed his son Isaac, who lived near Beer Lahai Roi. This is the account of the family line of Abraham's son Ishmael, whom Sarah's slave Hagar the Egyptian bore to Abraham. These are the names of Ishmael. These are the names of son of Ishmael, listed in order of birth. Nebaioth, the firstborn of Ishmael. Kedar, Adbeel, Mibsam, Mishma, Duma, Massa, Hadad, Temer, Jeter, Naphish, and Kedemah. These were the sons of Ishmael. And these are the names of the 12 tribal rulers according to their settlement camps. Ishmael lived 137 years. He breathed his last and died and was gathered to his people. His descendants settled in the area of Havilah to Shur, near the eastern border of Egypt, as you go towards Asher. And they lived in hostility towards all the tribes related to them. This is the account of the family line of Abraham's son Isaac. Abraham became the father of Isaac, and Isaac was 40 years old when he married Rebekah, daughter of Bethuel the Aramean, from Padan Aram, sister of Laban the Aramean. Isaac prayed to the Lord on behalf of his wife because she was childless. The Lord answered his prayer, and his wife Rebekah became pregnant. The babies jostled each other within her, and she said, "Why is this happening to me?" So she went to inquire of the Lord, and the Lord said to her, 2 nations are in your womb, and 2 people are within you will be separated. One people will be stronger than the other, and the older will serve the younger. When the time came for her to give birth, there were twin boys in her womb. The first to come out was red. His whole body was like a hairy garment, and they named him Esau. After this, his brother came out, his hand grasping Esau's heel, so he was named Jacob. Isaac was 60 years old when Rebekah gave birth to them. The boys grew up, and Esau became a skillful hunter, a man of the open country, while Jacob was content to stay at home among the tents. Isaac, who had a taste for wild game, loved Esau, but Rebekah loved Jacob. Once when Jacob was cooking some stew, Esau came in from the open country. Famished, he said to Jacob, "Quick, let me have some of that red stew. I'm famished." That is also why they call him Edom. Jacob replied, "First sell me your birthright." "Look, I'm about to die," Esau said. "What good is a birthright to me?" But Jacob said, Swear to me first. So he swore an oath to him, selling his birthright to Jacob. And Jacob gave Esau some bread and some lentil stew. He ate and drank, then got up and left. So Esau despised his birthright. Any questions?
Yeah, why do you want the birthright?
Because at that time, the oldest son got the majority of the inheritance, quite possibly all of the inheritance, and that was your birthright. So Jacob's like, give me some of that. I want everything. That was why. So yeah. So your birthright was the right to like the lion's share of the estate at that time. Why? It meant that he got all his father's land and all his father's cattle and all, like everything. Right?
Okay.
So it would have made, so normally the older son would have got everything, and Jacob was very rich, or not Jacob, Isaac was very, very rich because he inherited everything from Abraham, who we know was very rich, and so that was, so Esau was set to inherit everything, but he sold it to his younger brother for a bowl of lentil stew.
That's weird.
Yes, it is. That's a major rip, and it causes problems later on as we read on, because everything in Genesis sets up for something else. It's pretty amazing that way. Any other questions?
No.
All right. Any prayer requests?
No.
All right. Dear Lord Jesus, we thank you for all that you give us. We thank you for your word. We thank you. Thank you for who you are. We want to praise you. We want to serve you. We want to honor you. We love you, Lord. This we pray in Lord Jesus Christ's name. Amen. All right, we'll see you tomorrow evening at 8:30 for another moment of joy. Bye-bye.